Hey there, everybody. Alright, cool. We're back. It's the first day of June, and I'm not going to have any time to do it, necessarily on a day off until, like, Friday. And, I got the time, I've got the energy, and there's not a whole lot to talk about right now. Just a small little cool stack of pickups, so just get this done now. Not really. Didn't really want to do it yesterday, and it's not getting any better, so here we are. We'll start off pickups for this month with the long-awaited Turbografx-16 Mini, which I was really excited for a long time, and it's finally here through all of the delays for reasons and all that. Turbo Mini, great selection of games on here. Basically missing two things. I'm going to say it up front. It's missing two things to me. It's missing Devil's Crush, which is the best game I've played on Turbografx. It has Alien Crush, but not Devil's Crush. And it's missing Legendary Axe, which is just the reason I want Legendary Axe is because it's not like a lot of the other games that are on here, but it's mostly shooters. And I've played a couple games. I'm basically like, this is the mini where I want to go through and I want to try every game, and I want to see what it's like to play these games. Keep going until I die or I really get tired of it or something like that. I've played, just starting alphabetically, I've played Airzonk, amazing. Was it? Airzonk, amazing. Alien Crush, amazing. Bomberman 93, I'm not ever really gotten huge into Bomberman, but, still really good. I appreciated that edition of Bomberman. Blazing Lasers, amazing. Not sure if I've played anything else really, but just those games already. Like four awesome games. I've put time into them. I'm bouncing around, but I'm bouncing around after I spend a decent amount of time on them. Really solidly designed here. The controller build quality is really good. Wish it came with two, since they did just go right out and put two controller ports on here, where the original Turbografx only has one. I haven't gotten around to it. Have this weird outside feeling that there's a chance that one of the many USB controllers I have might just get recognized by this. That's not really how it works, but I just before I go buy one, I'm the only one really playing this, so I don't feel like I need a second one, but yeah. Bummer that it doesn't have two when they put the two ports on it. Anyway, yeah. It's $100. It's a great value for the library of games that you get from this system. It's super good, super well designed. Really good stuff. Love it. I have the box. The box is up there somewhere. I was going to read off some of the games, but no, just hold it in my hand, check it out. Really, really good shit. Got 3 Switch games, so, Switch beats out everything else this month, because I have 3 whole Switch games. We got this big thing here. Let's talk about these two first. Both of these I got because they were on sale on Amazon, and I found them both interesting enough to pick up. For one, Civilization 6 plays... I've never really played Civilization. I'm very grateful that it's turn-based because I get to stop and think about things. Really, really good, really well done, really well translated to the Switch. It actually works super good. I'm still not sure if I've done anything correctly in this game. I've played most of a file. I played for 6-7 hours of one game. I haven't finished that game, but it's my first real game of Civilization. So I'm probably not any good at it, but I feel like I did something's okay. Really cool stuff. Pick it up. It's under $20 on Switch. It's really good. This just came today. This was actually $8 on Amazon, and it had 2 kinds of reviews. Basically, this is the new Real Fishing game, published by Natsume still. It's got, I don't think it's really about me wanting to play a fishing game. It's sort of like, I like Natsume. Everything that they make is always sort of very relaxing and very calming. And Real Fishing is one of the few games that I've Sega Bass Fishing and sometimes with Real Fishing, just because Natsume makes it. I've picked some of those games up, and this was $8, And I'm like, oh god, did they ruin it? Did they botch it super hard? Did they do something like that? And no, not really. Half of the reviews on Amazon are 1-star reviews, and they're from people who said, I bought this because I wanted to play a fishing game, and there's a story, and I don't care about the story, and listening to a story is not a fishing game, therefore 1-star review. The other half of them are for people who have played real fishing games before, or played story, just in general, the more Japanese style of fishing games like this. I think there's another one from Xseed, published by Xseed on the Switch, that's got a similar thing. I think it's Fishing Master. The Wii had some of those games too. And they were like, yeah, that's really well done, and the fishing is really good and everything too. And I was like, $8? Yeah, I will throw down $8 on this. Just got here today. So if you're interested at all in a fishing game that's not entirely about fishing, because there's a story into it, check it out. I say that holding a sealed copy because, I mean, that's what I heard about it. And then this is wild. This is La Mulana 1 and 2, the Hidden Treasures Edition, and I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't know this existed. And basically I bought this knowing I might not ever play these games. They are retro-styled platform adventure games. Not saying I'm not going to play those. I do like that type of game. But the reason that I bought this is because, goddamn, look at this. Look at this edition. This is gorgeous. This is one of those times that I'm saying, like, yeah, I know I might not play it. I just, like, I'm collecting stuff. This looks awesome. It's got the slipcover right here. It's got this big box. It's got, look at this, good stuff here. Got this total Indiana Jones vibe, of course. Really, really cool. We open this up, and there is some stuff in here. There is... got the game right here. Still has been opened. I bought this used, I don't. Yeah, the game has been opened. So we got the game. We have a beautiful. It's not really leather. But it's got like a really nice texture to it. This journalist's notebook, or not journalist's notebook, but like explorer's notebook. Hidden Treasures: The Tomb of La Mulana. And it's an art book with all the characters and stuff in it. It's so well made. It's so beautiful and very, very nice. It's a wonderful package. This is an NIS game, by the way. So an NIS game that's not a JRPG being brought over here. Straight up, it does use the Indiana Jones font in a couple places here. This is a jigsaw puzzle. This part has been opened. This is a 100-piece jigsaw puzzle in this box set of this game. Amazing. And then lastly, we have a soundtrack CD. Just put together in just a really, really gorgeous package with lovely, lovely artwork all over it. I really dig the art style of this game and of the packaging. And so I had to have this. I think it's like $70 or $80. I got it actually used for like $50, which is awesome. I said for $50 for that special edition. It looks like I was surprised because it looks like a limited run special edition. This is the kind of work that limited run puts into their fancy special editions, and it's not. It's NIS. Just really, really, really cool. I might play it. I might not. I don't know. But it's going up on my shelf with the other big Switch Collector's Edition that I might not ever play next to Toki, the Retrolector Edition, the one that had the wooden panels to make arcade machine mode. A couple, just really, really odds and ends here. This is Battlezone for the PSP, which I didn't know existed. I didn't know that they did a Battlezone reboot on the PSP. Look at this tank. Look at how crazy, cool, weird looking this tank looks. Battlezone still exists. Battlezone's still alive. It's got a VR mode, a VR release, PlayStation VR, that I still am kind of looking to get. I tried it on the demo disc, and it made me motion sick. But it's, I've played more VR since then. But anyway, there's a PSP version I didn't know existed. Looks like just a straight up car combat or tank combat game. So yeah, I'm into it. Pick that up. I don't know why I bought this. This is VR Troopers for the Genesis. It's like Saban's attempt to make another Power Rangers and have success with it. I don't even really like Power Rangers, but this just looked like, kind of a cool brawler Genesis game. Whatever, it was complete and everything, so there it is. Slave Zero, I can't believe I never picked this up for the Dreamcast. This is one of the Dreamcast originals, or Dreamcast exclusives, this and PC, from Infogrames, who, unfortunately had to be one of the biggest publishers for the Dreamcast. And I've always heard it's kind of a meh game, but it's one of the games that, the Dreamcast had to its credit. And, I think you may or may not like it. The controls are kind of weird, but it's a valiant effort all around. So, give the Dreamcast credit. They had a lot less publishers to work with than they should have. This is a cool Retrobit. I think this is also they made a ton of copies of this over at Retrobit, so this is cheap in most places right now. But Joe and Mac, the Ultimate Caveman Collection, one of their Super Nintendo special multi-carts from, they have their licenses with Data East and IREM and all that. The main reason that I decided to pick this up, apart from it, being on the cheap side now, is it has Congo's Caper, which is, I believe, a Super Nintendo exclusive in the series. I think that one in particular is not on other things, but Joe and Mac Lost in the Tropics are ones that you see a lot more. I think they were originally arcade games anyway. Obviously, Joe and Mac 1. Joe and Mac 2, at the very least, is like... I think Joe and Mac 2 is on the Super Nintendo online for the Switch. But Congo's Caper, you don't really see a whole lot. So, just a cool addition there. And lastly, we're already wrapping this up. I got 2 GameCube games, because I'm still buying crazy, what you would call crazy amounts of GameCube. Monopoly Party. I thought I had this on PS2, but I didn't anyway, and I was like, yeah, I'd rather have that on GameCube. You get 4-player on it, and Monopoly Party is a pretty fun version of Monopoly. It's really funny that, like, as a video game, Monopoly does have a lot of things that it can do to make it less like Monopoly and actually make it fun to play. So Monopoly Party, I've always thought kind of did that fun. I forget a lot of the specifics about it, but I thought they presented it really well. And then lastly, it's really funny that I had previously looked at it and said, oh, I have Day of Reckoning 2, I have WrestleMania 19, I even picked up WrestleMania 18 for really cheap at one point. So I was like, oh, I don't need Day of Reckoning. I was like, well, you have every other wrestling game that's worth owning. Why wouldn't you just have the GameCube set of the 4 good wrestling games on there? So now I have Day of Reckoning 1. I think I actually, the other day, I went to play Day of Reckoning, and I realized I only had Day of Reckoning 2, and I was like, oh, I feel weird about this. Like, I feel like, why would I, like, these games don't necessarily go together. They had titles for them, and they would, release one on each system. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, I have Day of Reckoning 2, but not Day of Reckoning 1. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have WrestleMania 19 and not WrestleMania 18. It doesn't matter if you have Here Comes the Pain and not Shut Your Mouth. It doesn't matter. They're Maddens of wrestling. But yeah, still something like, there's 4 good WWE games on GameCube. Why don't I just have all 4 of them? So that was the logic behind that. This came today. This took place around WrestleMania 20. There's the WrestleMania 20 set back there, which is really, really cool because it's at MSG. So you go like that. You gotta appreciate that. That they're gonna have an MSG, really good MSG set in there. It's cool. Cool, that's it. Really not a whole lot of games. Haven't been like going crazy over that. Been back to work, so been tired from everything. Anyway, cool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next month, maybe. Depends on how many games I buy. Alright, peace out. Bye.